The screen fades in on a single candle flickering in the dark. No cake, no faces, just that tiny flame trembling like it's afraid to be noticed. You lean in closer. Maybe it's your candle, maybe it's mine, and the voice begins, low, urgent, impossible to scroll past. Listen, right now, somewhere in the world, someone just turned another year older and pretended it didn't happen. They woke up, scrolled past their own name on the calendar, swallowed the word happy like it was poison. They told the mirror, it's just a day, but their hands shook when they tied their shoes. They laughed at a joke no one told them. They bought their own coffee and called it a treat. And tonight, when the clock hits 1200 a.m., again, they'll stare at a ceiling that knows their secrets better than any friend. Someone is you. If you've ever treated your birthday like a normal day, because the alternative felt like begging, then stop everything. Lock the door, the phone on silent, because for the next 8,000 words, I'm going to crawl inside that silence with you, pull it apart thread by thread, hand you back the parts that still believe you're unlovable. Not with therapy buzzwords, not with toxic positivity, but with the raw, bleeding truth of what it feels like to be the person everyone forgets, and how to stop punishing yourself for it. You won't want to pause. You won't want to blink, because the first time someone finally says you're quiet out loud, you realize you've been holding your breath for years. Picture this, it's 7 p.m. on the eve of your birthday. The apartment is quiet, except for the hum of the fridge and the neighbor's TV bleeding through the wall. You're sitting cross-legged on the kitchen floor. Why the floor? Because the couch feels too much like waiting. Your phone is face down, 3 times already. No notifications, not even the spam ones. You open the fridge, stare at leftover Thai food, close it, open it again. Feels accusatory. Midnight strikes. Nothing. No ding. No confetti emoji from your mom. Drunk voice note from college friends who swore they'd never forget. You whisper, happy birthday, to the dark like it's a dare, doesn't answer. And in that vacuum, something ancient uncoils in your chest. A cold, slithering certainty. I am the kind of person people forget. Dramatically, not with malice, just efficiently. Like deleting a draft email. You stand up, legs numb, and catch your reflection in the toaster. The face staring back looks like someone who's been erased in pencil, still there, but smudged. You smile to test it. The smile doesn't reach the eyes. Of course it doesn't. Smiles are for people who get cake. Let's go back, not to childhood trauma porn, but to the moment the rule book was written. You're 7, the classroom smells like glue sticks and anxiety. Your birthday falls on a Friday. You wore the purple shirt with the sparkly unicorn because mom said, wear something special. You spent recess handing out invitations handwritten in glitter gel pen. 23 kids, 23 smiles that said yes. 3 show up. 1 brings a gift, a half melted chocolate bar wrapped in tinfoil. Another forgets and cries in the bathroom. The 3rd is only there because his mom made him. You stand in the backyard while your mother lights candles on a store-bought cake that says, Happy 7th Emily, even though your name is Elias. Keeps blowing them out, you keep relighting. By the 5th try, the wax pools like tears. Dad films on a camcorder that shakes because he's laughing at something on his phone. That night, you fall asleep clutching the chocolate bar like a teddy bear. Foil leaves silver smears on your cheek. The next morning, you wake up resolved next year. I won't tell anyone. And you don't. Not the year after. Ever again. The rule is born wanting makes you ridiculous. Celebrating makes you pitiful. Silence is safety. Fast forward, you're an adult now. You've mastered the art of the preemptive strike. You remember your coworker's dog's birthday, but pretend you don't know your own. You Venmo your sibling 50 Ds for their kid's graduation with a note that says, buy something useless and fun, while your own wishlist gathers dust. You volunteer to work the holiday shift so someone else can be with family. Then, eat cold pizza in the break room and call it freedom. People love you for it. You're so chill. They say you never make a fuss. They have no idea the fuss is happening 24/7 inside your skull. Every time you deflect, oh, I don't celebrate birthdays, you pay a tax. The currency is self-erasure. You become the human equivalent of elevator music, pleasant, forgettable, easy to ignore when the doors open. And the worst part, you start to believe your own marketing. You convince yourself you prefer the shadows. That needing is greedy. That joy is a limited resource, and you've already taken more than your share by existing. Let's talk mirror neurons for a second, not the jargon, the gut punch. Humans are pack animals with shitty RAM. We outsource memory to the group. Birthdays only stick when they're tied to ritual, to guilt, to reciprocity. Your brain knows this. Theirs doesn't care. Here's what's really happening. You think everyone notices your silence. They don't. They're too busy panicking that they forgot to text their aunt back. If your early caregivers treated milestones like chores, your nervous system learned that anticipation equals danger, so you short-circuit the circuit. You cancel the day before it can cancel you. The friend who rolls her eyes at attention seekers is terrified of her own neediness, so she polices yours, become the scapegoat for feelings she can't sit with. Social media turns celebration into a performance metric. If you don't post, you don't exist. If you do post, you risk looking desperate. Damned if you delete the app. Damned if you don't. Your body remembers humiliation faster than joy. Public rejection at 10 years old outweighs 50 private kindnesses. The amygdala doesn't do math. You didn't choose this operating system. It chose you. And it's running in the background, draining battery. Darker. Because we have to. You're 29. The pandemic has turned the world into a Zoom grid of frozen faces. Your birthday falls on a Tuesday. You mute your camera during the all-hands meeting because crying on Slack feels like a war crime. That night, you open the balcony door. The city is quiet, eerie, apocalyptic quiet. You lean over the railing and calculate how many floors it would take to stop feeling. You don't jump. Instead, you go inside, freezer, and eat an entire pint of ice cream with a plastic fork. The cold burns your teeth. You text no one. But something shifts. Ice cream tastes like surrender, and surrender, weirdly, tastes like permission. You whisper to the empty room, I wanted a fucking cake. The words hang in the air like smoke. You expect lightning. Instead, the room feels lighter, asleep on the couch still holding the empty container. You dream of balloons that refuse to pop. Okay, laugh with me. Because if we don't laugh, we'll drown. You're 32 now. You've sworn off birthdays entirely. You book a solo hike on the day to reclaim your energy. You get lost, metaphorically. GPS dies, trail markers vanish, bear shit everywhere lost. You spend 6 hours convinced you'll die of exposure with the irony of avoiding celebration carved into your epitaph. A ranger finds you, eating a cupcake. It's my birthday, he says, offering you half. You burst into tears. Not pretty tears, snot, bubble, hiccuping, ugly tears. He hugs you anyway. The cupcake smears chocolate on your jacket like war paint. You laugh so hard you pee a little. On the ride back, you realize the universe has a sense of humor darker than yours, and it just handed you a punchline wrapped in frosting. You're 34. Therapy is no longer a dirty word. The phrase, parts work, and use it unironically. 3 weeks before your birthday, you text your group chats. Hey, my birthday's on the 17th. I don't want a party, but I'd love breakfast, no gifts. Just pancakes and bad jokes. Cool if not. You hit send and throw up in the sink. The replies trickle in. BVOUSLY. I've been waiting for you to ask for 15 years. Can I bring the dog? He's judgmental but cuddly. 7 people show up, brings a homemade cake that collapses in the middle. You name it. The Leaning Tower of Therapy. You cry into your mimosa. Someone takes a photo. You don't delete it. For the first time, the candles outnumber the wounds. Here's what's happening in your brain now. Every time you practice asking, the reward circuit lights up. Needing stops feeling like Russian roulette. Exposure therapy, but make it brunch. The fear response shrinks with each non-catastrophe. You're rewriting the narrative in real time. I am hard to love becomes I am learning to love out loud. Hugs greater than isolation. Science said it. You don't need a parade. You need proof that vulnerability has a higher ROI than invisibility. You're 36. You rent a picnic table at the park where you used to hide during recess. You invite no one. You bring a grocery store cake with APYBRTHDY in wonky icing, a tiara from the dollar store, the purple unicorn shirt, now a crop top because adulthood, a boombox playing the playlist you loved at 10. You sit cross-legged on the table like it's a throne. You sing to yourself, off-key, loud. A kid on a scooter stops to stare. You offer him a cupcake. He takes it and pedals away screaming. You laugh until your ribs hurt. You blow out the candles and make the same wish you made at 7. Let me matter. This time, you believe the smoke carries it. You write it anyway. On paper that smells like coffee and regret. To everyone who forgot, I forgive you. Because it didn't hurt, but because carrying the hurt was heavier than your absence. I release you from the job of proving my worth. That job is mine now. P.S. The cake was chocolate. You would have loved it. You burn the letter in the sink. The smoke alarm screams. You dance while it shrieks. The neighbors probably think you're insane. You hope they do. You're 38. You no longer flinch when September rolls around. You understand now. Boundaries aren't walls. They're doors with combination locks. You decide the code. Celebration is a verb, not a verdict. It doesn't measure your lovability. Practices your aliveness. The people who stay aren't the loudest. They're the ones who notice when you go quiet. Your birthday isn't a referendum on your existence. It's a reminder that you survived another lap around the sun. You host a potluck. The theme, bring something that makes you feel 10 again. Someone brings silly string. Someone brings a pied eater shaped like adulting. You whack it until candy and unpaid bills rain down. You go home with a pocket full of Laffy Taffy and a heart full of proof. You're 40. The big one. The one that used to feel like a death sentence. You wake up to 47 texts. Not because you begged, but because you stopped hiding. The day doing only what you want. 7 a.m.s and run until your lungs burn. 9 a.m. eat cereal in bed while watching cartoons. 11 a.m. tattoo of a candle that never goes out. 2 p.m. to nap with the windows open. 6 p.m.'s dinner with the people who learned your love language is pancakes and presents. Stand-up comedy open mic. You're set. I used to think birthdays were audits. Turns out they're love letters from time. The crowd roars. At midnight, a sparkler on the fire escape. It hisses, spits, refuses to die. You whisper to the dark, I was worth the match. The dark whispers back, always were. No one tells you, the people who treat their birthday like a normal day aren't broken. They're battle tested, the world's indifference early and built armor from scraps. But armor rusts. And underneath, the heart is still soft, still starving, still 8 years old and waiting for someone to remember the purple shirt. You don't need to forgive the forgetting. You need to forgive the part of you that decided forgetting was proof. Your birthday isn't a plea, it's a pulse. Every year, the universe taps you on the shoulder and says, still here, good, keep going. Answer it, not with fireworks, not with forced joy. Answer it with the smallest act of defiance. Light the candle, say the words. Eat the cake over the sink if you have to. But for the love of everything holy, acting like your existence is a typo. You were not a mistake. You were not an afterthought. You were not forgettable. You were the main event the day you arrived. And every day since has been an encore you forgot to attend. So show up, loud, covered in frosting and regret and glitter and grace. The stage has been waiting, the curtain is up, and the audience, it's you. It's always been you. Now blow out the candle, make a wish that scares you. And when the smoke clears, stay long enough to see what grows in the light.